I'm Merideth with ExtremeTerrain, and welcome to this installment of Customer Builds. Now, this is a series where we showcase different rigs from our customer build pages right here on our site to hopefully give you some ideas or even some inspiration for your ride at home. Now, on this episode, we're going to be catching up with Devon from Michigan about his very clean and simple 2018 JLU build. Now, if you want to see more about Devon's build, including a full breakdown of his mods list, you can check out his page right on this site, or for those of you watching here right on YouTube, you can click the link down below. So what do you say we connect with Devon and check out his build? Hey Devon, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for letting me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So I see you have a very clean JL build, and that's why I asked you to join me today so we could chat about it. Let's hop right into it. So it looks like you have a lift on your Jeep. Can you tell me a little bit more about the foundation and more about the suspension?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I have currently, always subject to change, but 2-inch Mopar lift kit with box shocks. So far it's been good, on the trails it's been, pretty decent. I am looking probably in the future to go just a little bit higher, maybe to a 3-inch, just to get some more clearance. But no, for right now it's working great. Absolutely.
You said you take your Jeep out on the trail. Do you do that often?
As much as I can, personally, yeah. I just actually moved to Michigan too, so still exploring some stuff out here. But the sand dunes is one of my favorite places out here.
A Jeep is the perfect vehicle for exploring. Can you tell me a little bit more about your wheel and tire setup and what you have going on there?
I have blacked out wheels that actually came from the dealership, which is pretty cool. They're 20-inch wheels, and then I have 35-inch tires to boot on that. So
it seems like a really good setup, especially paired with the 2-inch lift. Are they actual bead locks, or are they just a bead lock style?
Nope, they are actual bead locks, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So I'm sure that definitely is a lifesaver while you're out on the trail.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I saw the Orange Crush. Can you tell me, is there a story behind that?
Yeah, so I grew up in Colorado, and that's another thing. I actually have that under the sun insert. It's the Colorado flag in front as well. That's my home. That's where I'm from, and I'm a huge Denver Broncos fan, being from Colorado. So a lot of people think Orange Crush is from like the pop or the soda, but I actually named it after the Denver Broncos defense in the 70s that just terrorized offenses, and that's kind of where I wanted my Jeep to go, is just to kind of tear things up and go through it.
That's awesome. Yeah, tear up the trails just like their defense. That's pretty cool. I always love hearing stories about that. A lot of people name their Jeeps. Obviously you have a lot going on the front. Can you tell me a little bit more about your armor setup on the front?
Yeah, so I actually have a Barricade Adventure HD front bumper. Has a 20-inch light bar along with about 2-inch fog lights. Honestly, it makes it look a little bit more aggressive without actually having like a huge light bar on the front of it and stuff. So, good for manipulating trails at the nighttime and stuff, or, accidentally blinding people on the highway when I don't realize. But yeah, no, definitely a very good, aggressive look to the front.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your headlights?
Yeah, they are the LED halo headlights. What I really wanted was just, hey, I want some LEDs, make it a little brighter. It's been great. Like, I worked nights for a long time, so, as soon as I put those on, it was, like I said, night and day. It was super nice.
I also see that you have a winch on the front there. It does look a little used.
Luckily, I've only brought it out once, and that was to help someone else. Luckily, I haven't had to use it for my own personal getting stuck, or, at least not yet, so.
Yeah, I mean, with the suspension that you have, as well as the wheels and tires, I'm sure that you won't get stuck anytime soon, knock on wood.
That's the plan.
Yeah, I mean, a winch is always a great system to have, regardless if you are confident in your Wrangler or even if you just get into a sticky situation. And again, guys, if you do want to check out Devon's build, you can click the link down below if you're watching here on YouTube, or you can check out his build page on the site. One of the big things on the front that I personally am a really big fan of is the hood.
A Wrangler in it of itself is like, it's a beautiful thing, but that hood, it's a deviate heat dispersion hood. So it cools off the engine a little bit more, gets some good airflow into it, and honestly, it just looks super mean. Looks super good. I love it.
Yeah, the cowl on the top, it really gives it an aggressive look. Now I see you have the ruby rails on the side.
Those actually came when I got it at the dealership as well. So they kind of did some mods for me already. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Kind of a 2-for-1. That's pretty
That's
cool. Right. If we move around the back, I see that you have a couple things there. I see you still have the stock bumper. Are you looking to upgrade that in the future, or are you looking to kind of keep it stock?
So that's definitely one of my next upgrades. I'd love to do the Barricade rear bumper to match the front kind of style of the look. Yes, that's definitely on my list for sure.
Awesome. And then I also see you have some lighting as well back there.
I do, and it's honestly one of my favorite modifications. Super simple, but it was the Rugged Ridge LED third brake light ring in the spare tire. You know, you hit the brake, that whole thing lights up, a nice circle. It's very cool at night. Also gives you a little bit more, if people follow too closely or whatever, it gives them a nice stop light.
Like, hi, I'm here. And then I also know that you have some performance mods, which definitely help out the 3.6 liter. So underneath the heat dispersion hood, can you tell me a little bit more what you have going on there?
So I have an AFE Momentum cold air intake under there, as well as the axle back exhaust for Magnaflow. It's a good performance thing, gets honestly a little bit more gas mileage, not much, but I have noticed, you know, good performance out of it, you know, especially in the higher RPMs. It kind of gives it a little bit more of like a boost.
Well, a lot of people look for cold air intakes and even like axle back exhaust systems, and that higher RPM range throttle response is always the best benefit out of those, and also the efficiency that you get. I mean, you have the large wheels and tires, you have the lift on it. Obviously, it's not going to be as aerodynamic as it was before. I mean, that's just a Jeep thing, and having that there is definitely helpful in the long run.
Yes, I agree.
To kind of wrap things up, I know you have plans for the back bumper. Do you have any other future plans?
Yeah, I'd love to do, you know, a couple like actual spread out rock sliders on the side, you know, just to kind of give a little bit more clearance on the sides so it's not scraping. I like to go 3 to 3.5 inches. This is still my daily driver, so I don't want to get too carried away. And then some fender flares and armor.
Yeah, skid plates are always a great idea. Are you looking to do more of like a flat fender style for articulation?
Yeah, I've been kind of looking, and honestly, like I really enjoyed the stock look of the fenders, but I mean they're plastic and they don't hold up as much. So
yeah, a 2 fender is also like a really great mod. You kind of still have the beefiness of the fender, but it's going to provide a lot more protection to the side.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me about your Jeep. It's definitely a really clean and simple build, and that's exactly what you have going on there.
Appreciate it, you know. Glad to have Orange Crush featured on the ExtremeTerrain.
You definitely hit the nail on the head when it came to the Orange Crush, as well as the Colorado flag up at the front.
Thank you. Appreciate that, and thanks for the opportunity for talking with me.
Yeah, of course. So that's going to do it for this installment of Customer Build. Make sure that you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content, product, and install videos, and always keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.